I haven't achieved my goals and it's already March, 3 months into 2018. Today I talk about what to do if you're in that situation. Roll it. Alright guys, I have quite a bit of conversations with people over not achieving anything so far, and we're in March, and a lot of the people I've been talking to have been asking me, what do I do? How do I get jump started? I'm feeling like down and I'm not getting there, and what should I start focusing on? The question in this video is really, why aren't you achieving? What is going on that is causing this, like, you set the goals in 2018, right in January, and, what is not allowing you to progress and achieve some of these goals that you set? And I wanted to make this video in such a way that we can lead up to the next video and the next few videos after that on how do we tackle the things on what's actually causing us not to achieve and how to expand on that. The reality is that everything we do needs, and I repeat, needs to be assessed and understood why it's getting to the level of that ability to reach a goal and not reach a goal. And once we realize what is causing us to not achieve, then we can go back and start making changes, implementing the right things so that we can actually see that progression. I don't want you to feel like, hey, I'm kind of lost and I don't really know where to start. So I'm going to give you some tips on what to do right now to get you moving. One, start looking at it from a perspective of you're doing great as it is. You're alive and you set the goals, and now we have to figure out what's causing you not to achieve. This is very critical to go and accept yourself. Go out, go for a walk and say, I set this goal, I know what I wanted to do, and I haven't achieved it. And come back and write these things down. This is part of accepting that we have set these goals. We had it in our mind, we started moving towards it. What were the reasons of wanting those goals? What were the reasons of needing to achieve those goals in 2018? Let's be very clear about this. It is something that we have to understand with ourselves as to why we wanted to achieve what we were setting out to achieve. Now, if we don't understand this concept and we've kind of forgot it, or it's become foggy and we're not really clear, now we can go back and assess that. So this is the first thing we got to do, is make sure we accept that we're doing good in what we started. We just really haven't achieved much in it yet, so let's get moving on it. Tip number 2, let's look at all the little goals that we're gonna lead up to the big goal. What was actually happening in our mindset in January, February? What was going on when we were trying to really put together that big picture? How did we think we're gonna achieve it? And did we start doing any of those? This is what we wanna start writing down. This video is all about looking at what we had planned and really analyzing the ideas behind what we planned and why they weren't achieved. This is gonna take us off to start brainstorming how to actively move into that right direction in the next 4 or 5 months, so by Christmas we have a different story to tell. Let's not look at this as we didn't achieve anything. Let's not look at it as, this negative storm that's coming over us, because this is where our mindset will go by nature. What we want to do is actively sit there and say to ourselves in a subjective manner, hey, what did I do at the beginning when I scheduled all of this, when I planned all this, when I was sitting down going, I'm going to achieve these goals this year, and what ended up coming out of it? Where was your focus? Tip 3, where was your focus? And we got to look at it from a perspective of this tip 3 in how do we put everything together? How do we make sure that our focus goes back into that mentality we had at the beginning of the year, right when we said we're going to get going? This applies to all goals. Again, this applies to all goals. It's not, different from business to relationships to, careers or personal development. This applies to all goals. It does not matter what goal you decided to work on. So let's put it in perspective. If we look at it on the acceptance side, that we wanted to do all this, why we wanted to do it, what was our initial factors that got us moving in this direction to put in these big goals, what little goals did we have to achieve in order to make it to the big goals, and then we look at it from a perspective of that focus and what causes to hinder our success in achieving those small goals that switched our focus away from what we were trying to move forward to. Now we got something to really look at and start changing. And the greatest example really is anybody who is trying to get fit. This applies to anybody who wants to get healthier. What is occurring that causes you to not be able to commit to the things you needed to commit? How does this look? Well, I'll put myself out there. I wanted to go to the gym every single day. Clearly that's not realistic, but I wanted to do it every single day so I can at least make it out to 5 days. Now, I've been going 3 days a week and it's been paying off dividends slowly. I want to make sure that this speeds up. I have to look back at the why. What got me getting to move back to the gym to make myself feel better, look better, all these things that make my mindset move in a positive direction. The next step would be, I had all these days planned out and had all these goals scheduled in, and look at me, I haven't been hitting any of those. 3 times a week is not enough for me. I know that. If I really want to do some good positive improvement, I need to go 5 days a week. I need to be active 5 days a week. And that was a key word that I didn't use at the beginning. So maybe that has something to do with it. So the focus must have switched somewhere down the road where I was being focused on everything else I'm doing instead of going back to the gym on a daily basis to do something that will keep me active every single day. Do you need to be at the gym every day? Well, no. So maybe that was fogging my whole mindset, and it really just pushed me away because some days I got up, I went right into my work, and I just slammed a whole bunch of goals out of the way. I felt great about myself, and then I just wanted to keep moving. All of a sudden it's 4 in the morning and I'm like, I didn't even go to the gym. I didn't even eat. We gotta restructure this thought process and include some aspect of it in moving forward to make sure by Christmas I'm feeling the body and the mindset and everything all together. I'm feeling like I'm being successful. The goal here, focusing on that, the why, what's going on, that acceptance of why you wanted to start, what happened down the road with that. Then we look at all the small goals and why we weren't able to achieve those small goals. And then we look at the whole focus. Where did your focus go to? What came into your life that took your focus away and you did not meet those goals? And there's 3 little tips will actually get your mind rolling. I should do it this way, not this way, and it'll get you rolling in the right direction. Don't forget that this is part of the development. This isn't part of, let me hate myself for not achieving. Let me hate myself for not being able to keep focused. This is also that we can sit down and look at a subjective manner how to make things better, because we're in 3-4 months into this. And I mean, this is one of those videos that I know I can do over and over for people, because we'll be doing one halfway and we'll be doing one towards the end of the year with 3 months left. And I really want to see people get going here in 3 months in to say, hey, by the midway point of this year, we're actually gonna be able to see some results. So that will just swing us right into the end of this year with great success stories. This is Nico Rentas, mentorsapproach.com. For more, please subscribe. Let me know what you think, and of course, comment below. Let me know, what kind of things did you set out at the beginning of the year and you haven't really gotten there yet, and how can we fix it? Snow again.